must succeed. Let's make sure that history never forgets the name. Enterprise. Guard out.
Our lives are different to anybody else's. That's the exciting thing. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
Greenville, I am calling battle station. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Oh, hundreds and hundreds, but don't worry. I started a very long time ago.
Calling the War Council of Gallifrey. This is the Doctor.
You might say I've been doing this all my lives.
Good luck.
Stand by.
Ready. Commencing calculations. Soon be there.
Across the boundaries that divide one universe from another.
Got to lock onto his coordinates.
And for my next trick, I didn't know when I was well off. All 12 of them.
No, sir.
Ah! All 13!
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, yes indeed, good evening, good morning. I hope you're all doing well. No, sir, all 13. I kind of messed up setting up the stream. I kind of messed it up. I will be honest with you. As I always am, ladies and gentlemen, to a fault, I am honest with you. Because all the clock's changing stuff freaks out all the different times. Because I got a lot of, it's spinning a lot of plates, right? Spinning a lot of plates. Look at this. It's up there, you can't see it. Yeah, 1 second. Can I take a screenshot of it? Yeah, this is a great example of it right there. Yeah, 1 second. So this is a screenshot of what I can see. Oh, is anybody calling me? ID for it? No, it's an American number. Who cares? Doing. Hang on. yeah, I'll give you the full. I'll give you the full shebang, right? The full shebang, so you can see everything. Doink. Doink. There we go. So capture. Save to. I'll save it to desktop. Yeah, that's good enough place. Desktop. You go to desktop. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Doink. Yeah, screenshot. Doink. Yeah, let me show you. That was not the best of screenshots, but here I will demonstrate. Right, I will demonstrate. Doink. If you see here, let me zoom in. Look at that. Oh, what a punning! What a punning! You see, it's been running for an hour and 3 minutes instead of 3 minutes, right? Why? Because there's a lot of different timings that are all going against each other. You got Twitter, which I set up the announcements on my streams. I have StreamYard where I stream through to X, to Rumble, to YouTube. And then so there's Twitter, there's StreamYard, and then there's YouTube, right? And they've all got their own different like timekeeping things. So they're all on a different freaking time. So juggling them all while we're waiting to change the clocks. So we change the clocks on Thursday night, right? Because Fridays is like Sunday here. And our weekends in Israel is Friday and Saturday rather than Saturday and Sunday. Why? I don't know. Sounds kind of crazy to me. Anyway, so we changed our clocks on Thursday night. I had to get up at the crack of bloody because normally I go to a 7:15 in the morning prayer group, right? That's my my stomping ground, right? And so I wanted to stay in time, so I went to the normal one, but it was an hour early at 6:15. Essentially, it was called 7:15 because the clocks changed, right? So I was knackered all of Friday, but then, oh my God, I forgot how great the summertime Fridays and Saturdays are. So the reason this stream, I believe, is starting at 7:30 in the UK is because you're changing your clocks tomorrow. So next week, this stream will be at 6:30 in the UK, and hopefully everything will have been sorted out by then. But yeah. So yeah, hopefully everything will be back together by then. Who knows or dare stream? But anyway, so I forgot because if you're Jewish, if you're also Jewish, you keep Sabbath. The Sabbath starts when the sun goes down. And it's really weird because the sun goes down at 5:30, right? The last week, right? Went down at 5:30, that's when Sabbath starts. So that kind of cuts your day off, right? What I normally like to do on Fridays is, firstly, I like to try and get my Saturday stream thumbnail done on Thursday. giving me more time on Friday. And then on Friday, I like edit together whatever video I'm putting out on Friday while I'm offline for Sabbath. But that's basically it. You know, I got like housework stuff to do. I like set the table for Sabbath, and I do a whole bunch of stuff, right? But I'm basically done by about 2 at the absolute maximum, right? At the absolute maximum. And then I have time I can watch. It's 5:30 there? Did you mean... No! It's 5:30 in England? Really? I got that wrong, Colin Archer. I got the... See, this is what I'm telling you about. I got it totally wrong. I thought it was 7:30 in England. Why? Because it's 8:30 for me here. And I thought your clocks haven't changed yet. So there's only 1 hour between us, but really there's 3 hours between us. I'm too freaking confused, right? Thankfully, this will be over next week. All right, it will be over next week. Anyway, the good news is, right? The good news is that, by the way, I saw it. Mega Geek in the chat. Mega Geek, mate. Mega Geek came up with, I think, the best expression for the enjoyment of the upcoming Shooting Gatwa season. Good luck, everyone. Going to be awful, right? My prediction now is it's going to exceed our worst case scenario, as everything has done for the last few years. It's going to, I don't know. I just don't think they can possibly turn it around. And honestly, I think even the thing like the rollout of it is killing it, right? That rollout is a disaster. It's putting 2 episodes on the first. No, this show was designed to have weekly episodes, right? It was supposed to be rolled out with fanfare on May the 4th, right? And then people will be talking about the new Shooting Gatwa, Doctor Who, and you'll be able to make it like, you know, appointment viewing. Have it debut at 2:00 in the afternoon on Saturday in the US or on Disney Plus in the US and everywhere else in Disney Plus, and at 7:00 on BBC. Make it appointment viewing, right? That would have been the smart thing to do. But no, Disney is run by arseholes. And I'm not even sure Russell is going to like after this debacle. I think this is something he really is a debacle. After this debacle, I don't see him wanting to continue after 2 years, right? I do not see this Doctor Who lasting more than 2 years, frankly. I don't think it's going to be very good. Bottom line, they should give it to Mega Geek. Mega Geek, you should be the showrunner, mate. You should be the showrunner. Anyway, so I digress, right? So it's really weird because Sabbath now comes in at 6:30, right? It seems I had a lot more time. So here's the TV I like to watch on Fridays. Generally speaking, this time of year, Apprentice, love a bit of Apprentice. Oh man, there is a woman on Apprentice called Flo who can negotiate. I've never seen anybody negotiate like that. Yes, you have. But like, she's just got this skill. There's this episode where they were negotiating about the price of cheesecakes or something. And the normal price is $2.99, and she went in at like $13.99, and they're like, "Yeah, okay." It was just like this beguiling charm, right? So it was so bad. I like The Apprentice, right? I like The Apprentice. I used to like the Donald Trump Apprentice. And then I watched Survivor. Now, Survivor, pissing me off over the last couple of years. They've supersized their episodes to like 90 minutes, and they suck, right? You know what was bad about Deep Breath? I mean, there's quite a lot bad about Deep Breath, Peter Capaldi's first episode, was that it was too long. They made it 20 minutes longer, and it was 20 minutes too long. I mean, if you cut out all this bollocks of Madame Vastra, you know, romantic lesbian jokes, it would have been much better, right? It would have been much better. Survivor now, without commercials, it's 1 hour and 5 minutes. Too long. Right, so I got that. So then I also went on to... so I finished last week. I was quite pleased with it. I finished the three body problem. And again, it was okay. I like my entertainment to have a story, which has a beginning, middle, and end. Which is why I like Constellation, which did, even though it had a kind of bit of a wink of things they could do in a second season. I'm fine with that without it getting a second season, right? I'm totally fine with that. And you know, I think that should be your standard when making a TV show, right? If this is your one season, make it great, right? And make it so people aren't that you are told what you wanted to say in that one season. With a three-body problem, it's just like they turn the plot on and they turn it off, right? And it's like a soft serve ice cream machine, like of plot. So so I got through that. So those are the things I normally watch. But I'm trying to rewatch all of Masters of the Air. Oh my God, I'm enjoying it more the second time round, right? I'm enjoying it much more the second time round. Freaking awesome show, right? Real strong recommend, right? It's a real strong. It's Band of Brothers in the air, right? So I just finished episode 3, starring Austin Butler. That kid has a future. He has screen presence, right? And you can tell because he played totally different roles in Dune. He played Fed Harkonnen or Hokonnen, I'm not sure how they pronounce it. And he played, he's the main character, this like cowboy pilot, right, from Wyoming in Masters of the Air. Whenever he's on screen, your eye goes straight to him. He has such incredible screen presence, this guy, Austin Butler. Yeah, I'd love to see more work from him, right? He seems like a really interesting actor. Anyway, so the trouble with Masters of the Air is that when I first watch it, you're blown away by the spectacle, right? And also, Mega Geek, when he came on and talked about it, he said he wasn't really that impressed with it because it looked fake to him. So, look, my position is this. It doesn't really matter if something looks fake to me or not, right? Look, Minority Report looked fake to me. Every movie's look fake. Right, Talons of Wing Chiang look fake, right? It doesn't matter that it looks fake. They just use a different methodology for the fakery, and for me, I don't know. It doesn't. I don't object to it, right? I don't object. Do I have that thing by the way? Let me have a look. But I get it's like some people like in-camera effects, right? Which reminds me. I got asked this day. We just had the holiday. Oh, was it the holiday of pouring? Can I find where did I put this thing? Probably over here. We just had the holiday of pouring, and on pouring we give out. Where is it? Oh, is this it? Hang on. There you go. Here, let me find the original picture. This one. Got to go for all these ones here. No, not that one. That's the one. There you go. Fine. Let me pull up this image. Now, where's my? Oh, there we go. I got to open this up. Oh, everything is a living hell, right? So every pouring you give out these like baskets of different types of food, different things. The theme we had this year is the is like you have a kind of like small reception on Sabbath called a kiddush, right? And you invite people around, and it's like not a huge meal, but you eat, and it's a we celebration together. So we weren't able to do that for my son's wedding because it was the beginning of the war, and so that was it. So that's the kid who got married in combat, right? Like in the field, his wife wanted to get married. He made it happen, right? He made it happen. So what we did, we gave out. For our what's it called again? Our Shalach Manot, the things of food, food we give out. I normally give out like a little trifold thing, which has the grace after meals thing on it, which is again, there's so much like intricate bullshit I got to tell you. Anyway, this year we used what this booklet. We bought a bunch of them for the wedding, but we didn't use them because we didn't do the wedding. So we gave them out and we put this picture on it, right? Over here, don't share screen. There you go. So that's from the wedding. You see me there in the background. And a bunch of people asked me, is the confetti real? Or was that added on in post in Photoshop? No, all of this was in camera, baby. Everything in camera. That I know it. And if you watch Ian's work, he's very good at putting things in camera, right? I think that's the way to go. I still can't believe I got the timing so incredibly wrong. So yeah, well, I was trying to decide to go for anything in that picture or this picture. Couldn't decide which one to go for. Glad we went for this one, right? Glad we went for this one. Anyway, I digress. It is a solid show in terms of story, in terms of character, right? They do ballsy stuff with it. That I'm watching it again now. I'm getting to like really get into understand it rather than just the first time pass your eyes is like the experience. Now I'm trying to get into it, and it's much better because I watched the documentary that went with it at the end. And so now seeing everything that's real, but they do stuff like they had a character in it who they built up. And I'm on episode 3. It built up to be like a real character, right? And they're on this bombing raid over Germany, and they're getting shot down, right? And mild spoiler, you won't really remember this anyway. They're getting shot down, right? And so that's the thing that blows my freaking mind. That people bailed, like hundreds of people, thousands of people bailed out of crashing planes during World War II. It blows my freaking mind, right? Especially when you see what that looks like in more detail in later episodes. It just blows my mind that people did that, and they did, right? So the plane's going down, everyone's bailing out, and he sees his co-pilot, who he thought was dead, is breathing. He says, "Okay, I think we can land it." He sees like this stretch of forest. He's going to try and put the plane down. And he's flying down. It's a real great action sequence, right? He's trimming over the trees. It looks dangerous, but you think he's going to make it, right? It looks like he's going to make it, and he's like, "I better get out." And then boom, he goes the wrong angle, blows up. He's like, "What?" And again, because I think that brings home what war is like, what the sudden death of war is like, right? And they do that very well. So I got to rewatch an episode of Master of the Air on Friday, loving it. Then, okay, then things got really good because Passover is coming, right? Passover is coming. We have to empty the freezers, right? We have to empty the freezers so we have food that is we make room for food that is kosher for Passover. For Passover, for 1 week out the year, you got to get completely different plates, knives, cutlery, pots, pans. You have to do a deep scrub clean on your oven. There's so much shit to do, but you also got to get all kosher Passover, which means then you start going through the freezer. What we found this week for our Friday night meal, normally Friday night meal, roast chicken, chicken soup with matzo balls, the normal Jewish stuff, roast chicken, roast potatoes, peas, and then go to bed. we forgot we had steaks in the freezer, so it was just me, my wife, and my daughter. So we had these insanely good steaks. I still had like quite a lot of wine left over from Purim, so I had a good glass of wine with it. Man, that was good. Then for Sabbath lunch, here's the other thing: Sabbath went on forever. It ended at 7:30 for me. Right, I'm still trying to do the math in my head, saying how is it like 10 to 9 for me now, and it's only 10 to 7 for you? Is it 10 to 6 for you? Right, we were because we gained an hour because we went out forward and out. That's it. I thought we lost an hour. Okay, I can never work this shit out, right? I can never work this shit out. So I got to sit and hang, and we actually felt like I had a vacation today. Like put my feet up. I finished reading the latest book in Jupiter's Legacy, which is book 5, which is by Mark Miller. Now, Jupiter's Legacy has been excellent, right? It was excellent right up until they tried to adapt it for Netflix. And that Netflix adaptation was shit. Was boring shit. The basic story of Jupiter's Legacy is, these bunch of people in the 30s gain superpowers by going to an island. And it's like in the present day about the world that they created, right? What's the world with like a superpowered population? So they do 2 books of that with Frank Quitely on the art. Frank Quitely, freaking incredible, Scottish artist, very detailed, very precise, very great visual storyteller, right? And then they did a couple of books set in the 60s, like prequel books. I can't remember who the art, but the art wasn't that great on it, but it was okay, right? It seemed to work. This one, okay, the art looked good, but it didn't tell the story clearly at all. And I was very confused all the way through it. Who was what, who was going on in the relationship. Frank Quitely, again, very fine, detail-orientated artist and great visual storyteller, was able to do it, right? Was able to roll the whole pull the thing out. The answer they got for the last one, not even close, right? Not even close. There's one more book left. I'm thinking, am I going to get it? I don't know, right? I don't know. I was very disappointed with that, right? I was genuinely disappointed. Whereas if I ever get anything by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, I know it's always going to be good, right? I've still got a few more books of theirs to go through. But, so this one, I really wanted to be a recommend, wasn't it? I was also reading the latest Warp magazine, which is, oh my God, such a great magazine. Like, calling it a fanzine is ridiculous, right? It is the opposite of Doctor Who magazine. Doctor Who magazine is trash. Oh God, we're going to look at it again tonight. It's such trash. And I put it at the feet of the editor, Jason Quinn, who it's the genre equivalent of Hello magazine now. It is so lightweight. It's so dumb. Here, let's have a quick flick through it. Right, I did a review on Thursday, but it's so lightweight. It's like it blows my mind. Pull it up. There's really nothing there of any interest. Anybody with like 3 brain cells they want to rub together to watch. There really isn't, right? Look, the other one, the Chronicles magazine, look pretty good. But the whole production, the whole thing is just lazy, right? And I was starting thinking about this over Sabbath when I tried to start thinking. I'm like annoyed by how lazy it is, right? I mean, like this is your cover. It's a shit cover, mate, right? How do you put Millie Gibson on the cover and make her not look ravishing, right? It's ridiculous. It's really absolutely ridiculous. Why not do a photo shoot for her, right? I understand she's been fired, but like I don't know. But here, let's have a quick look through what's going on. So there's Gallifrey and Guardian, but like nobody really cares. Into the Unknown. So Into the Unknown is another new feature, which is it's so the current. It's a breakdown of the trailer. Maybe we'll go over that. I don't know. There's a new trailer coming out tomorrow as well, right? I can't have gone down that well. Letters page reduced to 3. I thought letters page was longer. Long interview with Millie Gibson by Ben Cook, that's what I'm tending to do tomorrow on the show, right? So quite a long interview with then Davina McCall. Who gives a shit? A producer's assistant. Okay, a couple of pages pissed away on that. Then making the bottles of Stooky, Bill, and Family. 2 pages maximum you can put on that. 2, 4, 6, 7. Filler. Right, filler. A 2-page article from Toxic Fandom. Hi, here the cunts at Gallifrey 1. We hate everybody not like us because we're loving and inclusive. Right, this TV show with a bunch of Doctor Who people. And you get 4 pages on that. All right, what's Who and Me? Who and Me? Okay, not that I know much about Beth Axford, but at least that's actually a personal story, right? Something that I might actually be interested in. There's Hartnell's not really. I like Hartnell, but it's not really like that. Interviews from that era is not something I normally run to, right? But look, this is all just paper thin. Right, there's like nothing here. I'm vaguely interested. I wouldn't mind reading this article about a model making, but like 4 pages, 5 pages, 6-page comic strip, which I don't read. The art book is very weak, right? Very weak. Girl Lived isn't bad, but that's kind of filler that you read when you when you read when you're on the top when you got everything else you've read everything else, right? And then you got reviews, and again this piss poor review of season 15 Blu-ray when they used to be so good, right? They used to be great. I don't know what the features are on. I don't know which has new effects, and I used to, right? Somebody sent me an animation of this of Victory of the Daleks, I think, which I really should look at. Yeah, again, I'm not really that interested in any of these things, really, and I can listen to them for myself, right? And make my own mind up. And that's it. You're basically done. Then they got this Morbius thing coming up, which, geez, has got one of the shittest covers of all time. Like, I haven't bought the second or third parts of it because I know, right? I'm giving them an hour to get me in, right? Giving them an hour. I'll probably go back for the War Doctor one, depending. Let's have a quick look. But like, I don't know. It looks a little bit shit to me. This talk, I wish it didn't. Right? I really wished it didn't. It's big one opening up. So the Dream Team again. I hate these echoes. Right? I hate these very generic box set titles. because it means there's no effort. There's no new uniqueness to it. There's no effort put into it. And there really isn't, right? Sapphire Steel was back again. Good news, right? I'm really glad they got it back. These covers are a bit naff. What can you do? What can you do? But yeah, so what was I looking up? Fine. Yeah, Dark Gallifrey Morbius. Man, who's writing this? It's written by Tim Foley, which that actually gives me a bit of hope, right? So that's, and then we get to the fourth month of it is this I'll be getting Second Doctor Adventures. That's been good all the way through. So the War Moth. Am I going to get this one? Who's writing it? I don't know who's writing it. Frankly, right? Yeah, Dark Gallifrey. See what ones they got coming out with it. So title 3.1, is that going to be the War Doctor? They don't even tell you. I don't know. I'm not like overly optimistic, right? That cover really kills it, right? That cover is like shockingly bad. Look at this. Like, I thought this was supposed to be about Morbius. It's a bunch of chicks badly photoshopped together to not look very realistic, right? Who did the cover on this? Because I know I hate to say it really is shit, right? It really is shit. Cover up by Caroline Tankerslate. Man, has she done any more? Okay, so a lot of these are good. I don't understand. Like, how'd you go from that, which, okay, I'm not really interested in it, but, like, it looks professional, looks good. Is that by the same? Was it? What did they say? The cover up by Carol. Yeah, okay. I don't get it. Really? So she's. I mean, like, this is a very good one, in fact. Right? I mean, this is that. I think that's solid. Wow, I'm really blown away. This is garbage. Like, how did it get greenlit? This has really put me off the whole thing. Unbelievable. Anyways, that's next month, I think. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, look, Doctor Who magazine. It's just that, right? It's just that. So I was reading firstly the fanzine book, which I liked a lot, and I was also reading what's it called again? Vought magazine, which is all about the beginnings of Doctor Who in this issue. Oh God, such quality, right? It's such intense quality compared to the Drek, and it is Drek. All right, like that is Doctor Who magazine. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep my subscription. Right, we'll find out tonight when we go through things. I like my SFX magazine. I keep purely for content, right? And I don't even get to its content. I wanted to go over that article about Dune, which the production design of it, but I didn't get time. Why? There's too much insanity and bullshit going on around Doctor Who, which we will be looking into. Fine. Let's pull up the thumbnail and let us get to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to the chat. Because there's a lot of bollocks we need to talk about tonight. Firstly, I had no idea it was Easter. I only found out on Dan's stream when they kept on about Easter eggs. I was like, how can it be Easter? It's only March. I thought Easter was in April. Right? Apparently I was wrong. It is Easter. And then I saw, oh crap, do I have the did I pull these things up? Because it's really worth looking at. Hang on. Where is it? Did I bookmark it? I mean, there's been a bunch of stuff like this. I finally got this. Hang on. Doink. Let me pull this up. Fine, yeah. So it's Easter Sunday, right? Everybody loves a bit of an Easter egg, you know. It's especially the Peter Davison one, which had an exploding penis, which I just loved, right? I just loved. That just told me that was going to be. Here. Do I need to find the picture of that for you? Yeah, I'll find a picture of that. Doctor Who Easter egg, Peter Davison. One of the greatest pieces of production design ever. Right, better than the C-3PO dispenser. Here it is. God bless him. Oh, I love this. Can I find a bigger picture of it? It's so good. It's so good. It's so stupid. It's so stupid that I like it this much, right? It is so stupid. There we go. Fine, let me pull that up. Doink. So this is what it looks like here. Yeah, so that's what it looks like when you get your box of a nice Dalek extermination thing. How much is this? $2.45. Blimey, that was them were the days, right? But then when you open it up, you have Peter Davison's exploding penis, right? So who doesn't love Easter, right? What's not to love? Yeah, who doesn't love chocolate eggs? Anyway, I digress. So it's Easter, and I don't know. Listen, I even though it's not my religion, I think it's nice that people, connect to it. They find happiness from it, right? And they, it's there's a lot of good stuff about religion if you're not religious, all right. So then we have another of a gazillion insane clangers dropped by. Are they clangers? Dropped by the Biden White House. We have this outrage. Outrage as Biden proclaims Easter Sunday a trans day of visibility, as the White House bans children from submitting religious-themed Easter egg designs at annual event for military families. Like, fuck me. I spoke about it on Thursday about my friend passing. When did she pass? On Thursday, on Wednesday? And I can't remember. And I was like, one of the things that really upset me is they've been sick for a long while, and I really hope that there'll be some kind of messianic age will kick in, before they reach the end. And it didn't. I'm really fucked off about it, frankly. Right? I'm really bummed about it. But is it going to start next week or the week after? Because how much more demonic can you fucking get than this? Right? This is it just is. It's evil. I don't know any other way of saying it. It's genuinely evil. Right? Why does that day have to be your day of visibility? Right? Meanwhile, we got the Trumpster. And again, look, I understand if you don't like Donald Trump, right? And with all the people who annoy me who don't like Trump are religious Jews, right? They just that's one of the reasons Ben Shapiro just gets up my bloody nose, right? Because and the reason he doesn't like Trump, because it's not that he doesn't like Trump, he doesn't like being wrong. Arrogant little shit that he is, right? He doesn't like being right. So anyway, we got that going on. And at the same time, this is the Donald.
The suffering and death of God's only Son and his glorious resurrection on the third day. On Easter Sunday, we proclaim with joy, Christ is risen.
Yeah, look, again, this isn't my religion, right? I like people be celebrating it, though. And not this demonic weird shit. At the same time, where's the cover of the New York Post? Where they had this big swanky party. One sec. Trump, Biden, post cover. Is this one? Well, they had this huge fundraiser. And at the same time, with Lizzo, right? At the same time, here it is. Yeah. One second, let me pull this up. There you go. Where are we? Set the share screen. And then we'll get to the chat, right? This is just stuff I just learned in the last few minutes, right? New York Post cover. Trump attends wake for killed hero NYPD cop, and 3 Dem presidents shut down city for glitzy 25 million fundraiser. So I don't think I don't think this is gonna work. I think they're gonna fail, right? And I think they're gonna fail because I think that's what God wants, right? I think God wants to humiliate these genuinely evil people, right? And I think they are genuinely evil. Right, I mean, that's where I am at it. And I think there's more and more of this stuff when you A/B Trump and Biden and Clinton and Obama, right? What's better for you? What's better for the world? It just seems to be 100%. it's clearly Trump. Although Scarlet, darling, Scarlet, you could get a look in with the rabbi. Scarlet, darling, he wore my favorite outfit. That can only mean yes, the rabbi is streaming. It's a bit personal, darling, a bit personal. Sweaty Saturday Night Shenanigans. I forgot about that. Bit of Sweaty Saturday Night Shenanigans. Dr. Who Bollocks, there's so much of it. Thunderbolts. Yeah, they're selling picture. Look, if we get to that, I'll be surprised. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Let us get to the chat. Fine, Jonathan Cox is here. Jonathan Cox. Sorry, lads and lasses. You're gonna. I'll be at work. Have fun. Well, I hope you have fun at work, sir. I hope you have fun at work. Ethan Bookholder is there. How are you doing? How long will my internet reception be good? My tablet work right now. I do not get a real life internet. We'll find out. We'll find out. Where are we up to? Yeah, Colin Archer telling me what the time really is. Rebecca Gold here. How you doing here? Thank you for joining us. Ethan Burkholder needs prayers. I do pray for you. I will continue. Mayor, if you're a religious person and you're going to church or you're going to some kind of thing for Easter, keep Eastland in your prayers. That'd be absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. He's saying he would love to. He would love to what? I don't know, darling. I don't know. We'll find out. Tzvi Lebetkin, I saw some of Disney plans to when a series ends, not starts. So they what's going? I saw somewhere that Disney planned to when a series ends, not starts. So they didn't want to. Well, they're certainly going to end it. Fine. You wrote it out again. I saw somewhere that Disney planned to when a series ends, not start. So because Doctor Who was due to start on the 4th of May, which Disney didn't want, they had to put two. I know, you know what? Because Disney are assholes, right? Disney are absolute assholes. Eastern Book kind of says survives bad TV. I know it is. That's why I love it. Yes. Right, but I understand they couldn't move up the last episodes, but like I think Disney it's just a stupid idea. It's their internal policy that shows drop on Wednesdays or Fridays. Not sad. Change your fucking rules. You make the rules, just change them. Right? And this is going to hurt your series, you idiots. Right? You've invested in this series. This is certainly going to hurt it because you're not going to get event viewing rollout, which is going to have a roll-on effect of it's not going to light. It's not going to spark. You're not going to get up here. By the time it's on British TV, people won't care anymore. Right? And you're putting 2 episodes back to back. So you don't get to I think the Jinx Monsoon one is the Euro one, which goes perfectly with Eurovision, right? But that first episode is going to get completely lost. I guess I'll be streaming at around 8 p.m. UK time, right? Around then. Because what do I have to do? I have to Sabbath ends at about, I guess for me, about 7:38. I start watching the episodes by 8. By 10, I'm done, and then and then I'll stream in, and that's 8 o'clock in the UK. Eastland Bookhouse got working on some teleport coordinates. Well, good for you. Yeah, says the Soldier. I promise not Mary Gibson to be safe. In fact, I make it my mission to be in danger all the time, and maybe leave her in Scarrow because we need a Dalek icky thump. Yeah, do you feel? Honestly, I think genuinely one of the reasons that Millie got the chop is because she was more charismatic and she was more charismatic and a better actor than Ncuti Gatwa. I really think she put him to shame, right? I really think she could put to shame. Issa, I am not following every one of yours one, but Colour Smoke and Not Colour Smoke, tanks rolling in the background, we could hear them. Well, that's basically it. Tzvi Lebetkin says Colin Archer. Must have been talking about the picture. As I thought, do you sometimes to emulate, remember daubing your blood and doors? Well, yes, actually we do. Right? We do. We to this day we have a little scroll that goes on every door of every Jewish home called a mezuzah. I'll bring you a picture of it. Hang on. Mezuzah. And you can get these different funky different boxes for them to go in. One second. And they're on the door frame of basically every Jewish house. There's a moment in Schindler's List where some people are being evicted from their house in Berlin or Poland or wherever it is, and he pulls this mezuzah, off the door. Let me get a picture of it for you. There you go. So yeah, that's literally comes from that. And again, you can get much more expensive covers. I'll give you a selection, right? There you go. Nothing quite as great as this, though. That's the one I want, right? That's the one I want. Because why wouldn't I, right? Spring forward, but I know, but my brain can't work it out, Colin. Okay? My meager little brain can't work it out. Okay? I mean, it can if it stops and thinks about it, but it just doesn't stop and think about it. Because the trap women are no these days. I think we're talking about Millie Gibson. Just started today. There's an icky hello to all of you. Just popping in as I intend to watch Batman Master of Phantasm. Man, that's probably the best Batman movie, right? I really think that's probably the best Batman. In terms of story, in terms of characterization, I think that's the best Batman movie. And it looks beautiful as well. I don't know. Let me think. Master of, as a Batman movie, it's okay. It's better than Tim Burton Batman and Batman Returns. I know Batman Returns is pretty good actually. It's weirdly, all right. Really, it's very very authentically Batman. Just a different type of Batman. Then you got the who was it? George Clooney next. Who was the next Batman? Was it Clooney or Val Kilmer? Then Clooney. They're all shit, okay? They're all shit. And then you had the Christian Bale one, which was, much more grounded, but I think too far away from what Batman actually is, right? And you had the Batman one, which was boring shit. I don't know. The good thing about the Christopher Nolan Batman movies were they were solid movies, but they weren't great Batman. I think the best cinematic Batman is Ben Affleck by far. Justice League is the best Batman I've seen on film, but in terms of like a Batman movie, like I would love seeing that Ben Affleck Batman movie with Deathstroke, right? That just would have been awesome, right? But sadly we never got it. So if we had the Ben Affleck Deathstroke movie, that would have been the best Batman movie. However, Master of the Phantasm, I think you're right. I'm curious, what is the Hartnell interview? But on the other side of the coin, you have Davina McCall. It's a bizarre mix. It's a mix of we don't really know what we're doing, right? We're just like, we'll put whatever crap in we can. Like, don't get me wrong, I find Jason Quinn quite interesting, right? You find like an interesting, fun person, like bizarre. I would like to hang out with Jason Quinn. He seems really, really strange, right? And fun at the same time. But the back of it is garbage. Right, it's garbage. Somebody I didn't say hello to. Wow, who was it? I said, I've got to say hello to him. What was it? Huggins or something? Where was it? Nathan Huggins. How are you doing, Nathan Huggins? Thank you for joining us. What are we up to? How am I going to pronounce this name? Verishkath Nightstar. Well, I got the second one. So what magazine, what should the magazine have in it? Well, it used to be a lot better. I'll pull up an issue, right? Let's go for, hang on. Library. And we'll pull up one of the worst, a weaker issue. But there used to be more depth and substance, right? And it is just too lightweight. So let's go back a little bit. Okay, fine. The pre-Jody era, right? Okay, before this one. So it's issue 515. When was this? This is okay. So this is 2017, and this is the end of the Moffat era. We're all excited about the upcoming Jodie era, and I was at the time. I really genuinely was, right? But yeah, look at this cover, which had work put into it, compared to this cover, which is it'll do. No, this is actually thought and work went into this in a lot of ways. Right, and just I don't want to tell you, right? Like it's funny. I look at all these people and we go, "Oh man, I'm done with you, done with you." Like I see David Tennant, like man, those specials really killed David Tennant. Jodie Whittaker, oh how bad it was, right? How bad it was. Production notes, right? Okay, we'll read the new production notes. I don't know what that's going to be. So multiple doctors on Christmas Day. Fine, so it's just a new stuff, right? And the Galaxy Forum was a bit longer. The ratings, remember when the ratings weren't shit? Man, 28 Day was only 5.4. Yeah, but yeah, they screwed this era over with the scheduling. Anyway, when you run with the Doctor, it feels like you'll never end. But however hard you try, you can't run forever. So Tom Spilsey does a lengthy interview with Stephen Moffat. Now, Stephen Moffat, while he was a controversial figure, had done a lot of good for the show, right? And he basically knew what he was doing. This is an article of interest, right? 20 amazing things about Stephen Moffat's Doctor Who. Oh, this is a bit more fillery, right? This is the sort of level of thing you get now, but it's still written better than what you get now. Team Stephen, what's this? We asked many people. Okay, this is a good article. People who work with Stephen Moffat talking about Stephen Moffat. Yes, this is both clever and intelligent, right? The comic strip by Stas Johnson, who I got into a major fight with online because he was super pro Hamas. I was like, yeah, you're a scumbag, mate. Look, if you're pro Hamas, you're on board with weaponizing rape. There's no real way of sugarcoating that. So look at it. This has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pages. Double the page length of the comic strip. Why? Because Doctor Who wasn't on its fucking ass as it is now. Right? They brought Rusty Davies back in to get it back off its ass. Right? And by Mark Gatiss, I would watch this as well. I'll read this as well. An in-depth interview with Mark Gatiss. Yeah, I think he's an interesting figure in Doctor Who, and this isn't filler, right? This isn't filler. Fact or fiction? I think it's pretty much the same. I'll tell you. 1 second. Amy's legs there look freaking awesome. I have to tell you. Well done, Karen Gillan. Fact or fiction is always good, but you get the full story. It's not broken into two parts. Then reviews. Look, this is a magazine of more depth and content. It just is. Other than it being longer, but it is. This is a magazine with depth and content. And the reason it's more lighter weight nowadays is because Doctor Who is less popular. The reason Doctor Who is less popular is because of all the agenda-driven bullshit that no one's really interested in, right? Starbeast killed this new era, dead as a doornail in its first hour, right? What sort of bad AI did they use for that cover? It's awful. I don't think they use AI, right? I think Big Finish they're very woke. Big Finish, people who work at Big Finish are very woke, and the woke people hate AI because they know it's coming to put them out of work, essentially, right? The Photoshop covers have got very dodgy. Worse than that, here, one second. We'll go back to that for a second. Worse than that. It's so lazy because here, let me show you. Share screen. It's so lazy because there's a new function in Photoshop where you don't even need to cut out the image of Millie Gibson anymore, right? It'll here. 1 second. Let me see if I can do a live demonstration of how quickly I can pull off something like this. Millie Gibson Doctor Who. Okay, let's get a good picture of her. Images. All right, we'll do. Let's get a big one. You want a big one, dear darling? Fine. There you go. This is a good test case. Fine. So here, let me stop the screen there. I'm going to open up Photoshop, and we'll do new. 1 second. So let me share the screen. And again, you're going to be amazed at how quick this can be done, right? See how lazy it is, right? It's unbelievably lazy, right? So fine. So now you get this special tool over here, and you click that. Doink. Okay, and you copy and paste it. So now let's put a new layer in over here, and we'll make it purple like that one they had before on the cover. Okay, and we'll go doink, doink, overlay. What we can do. Right, I mean, look, do you see how quick that was? That's how much time they spent on that cover, right? Maybe, yeah, you can change it, but that's how much time they spent on the cover. And here, now I'm going to belabor the point, right? Let's take out this logo. I'm on the wrong layer. I think I won't take it out. Doink. Let's take out this logo, which is a new AI tool in Photoshop, right? Really easy. You just cover that over, and it should just work it out right now. It's thinking about it. It's got this little, it's about halfway through. It didn't work out so well. 1 second. We could just delete it. 1 second. We'll do this. Just for brevity. Hang on. Now I forgot about this here. Let me delete this from over here. Duplicate there. And we'll do this thing over here. Fine. This is you did. I'm on the wrong bloody thing. No, I don't want to do that. That was wrong. Hey, the point is, they spent no bloody time on this whatsoever. There you go. You want me to get rid of that? Here, 1 second. I'll show you how you can get rid of that. Clone stamp. Here. 1 second, yeah. Doink. Okay, that was with like 2 or 3 minutes of playing around, right? It shouldn't be that easy. It's just lazy, right? It's just lazy. Which is what it is. I digress. The autobiography of Tzvi Lebetkin. That is fair. That is fair. Jesus was in Jerusalem for Passover. Okay. So that's why I was confused, because this year is a Jewish leap year, which means that Jews we get 1 extra month every 7 times every 21 years, I believe, or 7 times every 20 years. So for us, Passover is a month later for you, but I think the Christians are based their calendar on the Gregorian calendar. I think they were set up in the Council of Nicaea. So you do get these times when Easter precedes Passover, right? But it precedes it by a lot this year, right? Pete David gets on Beyond Paradise. Not sure how many episodes though. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know what Beyond Paradise is a spin-off or something, right? They only recognize they recognize this as a woke cult. Is Passover always the same day of the week? No. Passover is always on the 4th. Oh, it's on the same date, the Jewish date, the 14th of Nisan, right? Which is the the Jewish day that the Jews left Egypt, right? And then the last day of Pesach is the splitting of the Red Sea, which is like a week later. Review yourself. Also, I've not been around a bit. I've been away fighting the flu. Well, get back. Get better, sir. Review yourself. I hope you're doing well, sir. I hope you're doing well. I think we had a weird idea of Easter celebrations being a thing in the UK, but no mention of exactly who was doing the celebrating. I don't want to know, right? I don't want to know. To be fair, you don't actually have to like a politician as a person for them to actually be good. Look, the metrics, the thing that drives the anti-Trump bonkers people crazy is he was very good in the role, right? Just think back to 2018. Like, yeah, 1 second. I'll give you a great, a great example of how much better things were in 2018. Let's go look at Big Finish in 2018. See, let's look at the volume of their output. There we go. Share screen. Man, this is just one awful cover, right? It is just an awful cover. So we go 2018. Now this is deep in the Jody years, right? But there was still. So we had one box set, the Churchill years. This was a great little series they did. War of the Worlds, Torchwood, Ghost Walk. They still had the monthly things going on. Vienna, which I quite like. Gallifrey Time War. There's a lot of product they're putting out, right? There's a lot of product they're putting out compared to this year. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you got the Sapphire and Steel stuff, I suppose. That bonked it all out. That's just quite a lot. Okay, I just debunked my own argument. I literally just proved myself wrong. Well, there you go. There you go. You've got to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Got to be honest. that really backfired. I think Sarah mentioned on the Spacebook you will have a pretty much avoid social media before you watch Doctor Who if you care to avoid. Yeah, well, that's easy for me though, right? And else think the new series did on arrival. I was just saying that before you arrived, Sean. Yeah, and there's a new trailer coming out tomorrow. I'm like, that first trailer really did badly. If they're putting out a new trailer already, that first trailer was shit. And again, I just think they've killed it. Even if it's good, they put okay. Here is the basic rule in sales: never put a block up to someone, right? Never stop them. If you want them to sign online, never put a block for them signing on that dotted line. You don't want to do that, right? Because anything might stop them. So you don't want that to happen, which is exactly what they've done, right? Which is exactly what they've done. I ruined me, who says Soda Rangers. Peter Rich. I didn't Peter Rich. 1 second. One, it's better than what's to come. What's better than what's to come? I don't know. We'll find out. Nathan Huggins here. If they don't have much to put in the magazine, why don't they make the comic the best bit it can be at least? Well, money. They're not making enough money. They can't hire good artists. They can't hire good writers, and they can only afford to do 6 pages. Money. Why do they not have enough money? Same reason Disney's going down. Same reason BBC is going down. Because they all have to lecture us about woke shit all the fucking time. But man, Bob Iger's going down, mate. Peltz is he's winning that battle, right? And when that happens, I would love to see him take all the LGBTQIA trans content off their platforms that's aimed at children off their platforms, right? Take all sexuality that's aimed at children off the platforms, right? And Doctor Who's going to go, right? Those specials will go. And will any survive? Starbeast not. Wild Blue Yonder not. And no, and also the Giggle not. Yasmin Finney will yank it out. All right. That was already typed in, Rabbi. I don't know what I said. Billy Gibson. Did that come up? Here, let's see. Billy Gibson, Doctor Who. Let's see what happened. Merely give. Yeah. Oh, it comes up all the time. Yeah. I use it a lot, right? I use it a lot. Everyone has to have a blonde. Yeah, I tell you, I can't argue with that. We're up to Lotus East has mentioned the idea that being sympathetic to criminals is being cruel to the victims. Yes, it is, right? Yes, it is. Like I have the same thing with my cat. I feel bad not letting my cat out because the cat was just going to zoom and go. I'll never see it again. Or maybe I will. Maybe I don't know. But I think the cat is very, very happy, like with food and like snuggling up with me and purring a lot, right? I don't know. Please have Avon from Blake 7 shoot someone from Doctor Who. If photoshopping, why not do something for heterosexual girls? Well, I could do that. I mean, Avon's very sexy, right? Terry Rose says Shredder. Who was Shredder, right? From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I don't know. Put a willy on her, make it lay. Well, chicken it, make it lay. Let's see the Lebetkin. How much of that is actually new, and how much is old stuff reissued by Big Finish? Well, that's true. That's true. Well, Saffron, there was actually quite a few things that are new this month. But again, which completely debunked my argument, right? They had the Tom Baker box set. You had Torchwood. You had Sultanas versus Rutons. You had New Monsters, Classic Doctors and New Monsters. You had Star Cops, the Quinn Dilemma, Jake Dubman 12th Doctor, who gives a shit. And then you got the old stuff, which is Sapphire still 3. But I think that's 7 releases in 1 month. I think that, again, it seems like they're doing okay. Although it does get quieter as the months go on, doesn't it? There's not much coming out next month. Yeah, let's have a quick look. And I haven't even got to anything yet. Bloody hell! But next month seems pretty light. You got that Torchwood, Paternoster Gang. So 1, 2, 3. Dream Team not getting that. Star Cops. So now you got. So yeah, look. They've got 1, 2, 3. You got 6 releases, and only 2 of them box sets. The rest of them are individual discs, right? So that's a bit of a downgrade. Fine, let's go back to the chat. Share screen. Oh, Scarlett, sorry to keep you waiting, darling. Well, should he actually have a moment in the trailer tomorrow? I think there are lots of that's the Doctor. I don't think so. More grinning and cringe. Yeah, that's what I think so as well. Look here, 1 second. Pull up the last trailer. Do I still have? Why would I go? I've got real. Here we go. Doink.
Give me the loving.
Hate it. Right. The more I see it, the more I hate it. Nothing about Doctor Who whatsoever in that. He didn't strike me as a Doctor at all.
Where did he come from?
I don't know. He's sort of.
Where did he come from? 2024 is where he fucking came from. But all the Child Target Alphabet content, they'll have hardly anything left. Well, they'll have the things that people still watch, right? They have everything. Oh, Friends, people still watch, right? There. The reason my daughter likes Disney Plus, it has all the stuff that she watched when she was a kid, right? I still don't know if I'm going to be watching it. Did you hear about Rusty David going to BBC, going on that BBC is dying and Disney is the future Doctor? Yeah. I spoke about it, but we will get back to that. Fine. Dynamite, says Terry Rose. JJ from Good Times, right? Dynamite. I wonder what ever happened to him. Who knows? I still think the Different Strokes gang are the people who fared the worst through adult Hollywood. So fine, you were talking about Rusty Davis. Let's start over this. Talking about Rusty Davis saying the BBC is over. Yeah, BBC's over, and his plan is to make a deal with Disney, so they'll have a stable future going forward, and we're starting to see that Disney's going down again. This is entirely BBC's fault, and it's the same mistake that Disney's making, and they're going to have the same effect. You know, so BBC sets to slash 100 hours worth of TV shows this year as top drama is out from broadcasters. What they not making, and like frankly, make cheaper drama. Fuckface, really? I mean, that how hard is that? Here, one sec. Let me give you a couple of examples. Let me pull up. Like if you make something of quality, the production values matter a lot less, right? A lot less. So, here, let me give you an example. Doink. This is from 1976, I should say. Let me download it. If you heard that music sting, you probably know exactly what I'm about to show you. Doink. Share screen. Video. Doink.
I'm now about to begin this strange history of my life.
Like, does this look like cinematic values to you? No. Does it look like you'll be addicted to it? Yes. Right? Yes. We'll go back to that in a second. But yeah, look, yeah. Korean dramas are the top-rated dramas now because they're dramas.
Of my family.
I'm going to marry to Uncle Claudius. And you can both come and live in the palace.
Oh boy, this is actually a little bit reminiscent of where we are in real life, isn't it?
Why, we could stage the greatest night of love the world has ever seen.
Let me go!
Yeah, not without the rabbi, you couldn't, baby.
Oh, you fat drunken cow!
I found him in Drusilla's bed, naked, the pair of them. You acted as her pimp and her procurer.
That's not true.
Liar!
You forget who I am.
See, quality. You don't need to pour money into something when you don't have quality.
The Emperor's wife.
We are immortal gods.
Kill him. We've talked enough.
This puts the Emperor's life in danger.
The moment you relinquish your power,
I mean, genuinely, this is like far more compelling.
you're a dead man.
Must get it all down quickly before they finish me off.
You know the feeling, mate. Fine, give me another example of BBC. If BBC were putting out stuff like that, there'll be no question of them surviving. But they don't, right? They don't, sadly. Here, what's this? That's the wrong one. There we go. Doink. And again, here, this is another example of, I think, great storytelling done with reasonable production values that carry me through the story, right? That doesn't look like huge budget cinematic releases. Well, the truth is, go watch Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. That also looks cheaper than most stuff on Netflix right now, right? It's crazy. Share screen. And you know, there's hundreds of hours of drama they're losing. No one's going to miss it. No one's going to miss 1 second of it.
Sometimes, these hallucinations are better than the real thing, you know?
Okay, listen. The opening up with seeing young Joanne Wally, before she was Joanne Wally Kilmer, giving a handy to Michael Gambon, that kind of works for me.
People
in a nurse's uniform.
who can sing in them or dance. I don't mind. I like pictures. I don't care.
Now, this was a lavish production for its time. These production values are fine for me.
BBC One introduces The Singing Detective.
What's it about? Hey? Reginald, I say, what's so special?
Murder.
Good.
Killing and that.
But if you haven't seen this, this is fantastic.
And women. Loose women.
Hello.
Some of them are spies. And some of them are, Nazis.
What was it? Michael, what's his name? Who was it from Minder? Michael Mallenheim? I think he was great in this.
Okay, so what's the story? Who's the dame? And where's the body?
I'm sorry?
There's always a body, too. I know that. You know that.
The police found her this morning.
Now, is that the bloke from Star Wars? You know, is that where, like, you see him in like one scene? I think it is.
What?
She's turned up.
I don't know what you're...
In the river.
While cruising down the river on a...
Michael Gambon stars in The Singing Detective.
So, if the BBC was putting out that, they wouldn't be in trouble. But what they're putting out instead... Am I going to show the clip from the Star Beast again? Oh, I'm poor. I'm male and female, and neither. I'm better. Fuck off. So what they first round in genre will drop by 13% to 350 hours. Okay. Yeah. So I have 350 less hours of you lecturing me with your woke shit. Right? I'm fine with that. Right? I am 100% fine with that. Right? And you'll notice the things that people actually like will Call the Midwife will stay. Right, it's Doctor Who looks a bit dodgy though, mate. Right, Doctor Who, it added cuts to children program reflects the why children program should be the cheapest bloody thing they're making. And again, Ross Lee Davis, I think, cut his teeth on children's programming. Right? Dark Season, they were genuinely good, genuinely scary. Man, that's when children's TV was good. The content to have. What was it? It added the cuts to children's programming reflects the continued need for children's content to have high production values to cut through strong international programming. The way you cut through strong international programming is quality from global streamers and continuing power of social media and YouTube. That's fucking me, you morons! Do you see me having big production fucking values? No! I just sit in front of the camera talking honestly about something I care about. Right, I'm not full of shit. Right, what is up? The annual plan confirmed there's dramas including Silent Witness, Call the Midwife, Death in Paradise, Shetland, and Beyond. And Beyond Paradise will return, as well as entertainment shows. Gladiators, Claudia Winkle Confronted, The Traitors, and RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Fuck off. Yeah, really? And you're still spending your money on that, on my money on that. Well, I would say my money. I'm not a taxpayer in England. My money on that shit, right? You're still spending your money on that shit. Let's fuck off with it. Like, I don't need to be wet lectured by you morons. So let's see how Rusty Davis is lecturing us morons today. Yes. What again? What an incredibly shit cover. I think that's worth mentioning every time. What an incredibly shit cover. Is Perry Goodbell still working on there? Who was responsible for this shit? Jason Quinn, bless him. Let's see what he has to say. Okay, I can watch Jason Quinn all day. How many sleeps go? How many sleep to go until the new season of Doctor Who? Not enough. Not too many, though. The wait seems endless to us. Excitement levels are raising every day. No, they're dropping every day. They are literally dropping every single day. Here at the TWN hub, deep in the bowels of Panini Towers. To pass the time, Mystic Mike Jones, Rabble Rising, Richard Atkinson, and yours truly often try and predict what's going to come in the new episodes. Mike blew our minds with his prediction that Ruby Sunday's real parents will turn out to be Meta Crisis Doctor and Rose Tyler. God, I hope not. Oh, that sounds awful. And they had to leave Ruby here to stop their own universe from unraveling. Is he right? I hope not. That sounds shit. I wish I knew for sure. Richard has plenty of predictions to go of his own too, and you can catch up with them on page 8. Again, all this is trash. Right? It's just trash. So indeed, I'm gonna ask for yours. Okay, fine. Again, trash. But who's the graphic designer on this? Managing director, head of production, Instagram, BBC Studios publishing. Okay, it's a 3-person team. Fuck me. There's 3 people working on this. Really? They don't have a graphic designer on. Like, you said Perry Goodbell working for them as permanently, right? No, there's no. Fuck me. Really? Yeah, 1 second. That's literally a 3-person team. Let's see how many people they had on the team over here. So much better. Where is it? Letter from the editor. So editors, okay, Steve, the editor is Emily Cook. Pin in the UK. No, they didn't. Who's their graphic designer? I don't know. BBC Worldwide. I have no idea. Okay, back to this anyway. Doink. And again, look, I'm sorry, you can't make Millie Gibson not look gorgeous, and she just looks gorgeous, right? Again, one of the reasons I think she has to go, right? She has to go. So let's see what Rusty Davis has to say, right? Because his big plan to save Doctor Who is to hook his waggers up to Disney, who are also going down in flames. You want to hook it up to a global streamer where it'll be solid. Netflix is the only one. Rusty Davis, they don't even call it letter from the showrunner anymore. Production, Russell T. Dave. That's it. Again, this is so Jason fucking Quinn. Doctor Who showrunner writes exclusively for Doctor Who magazine. It's not like he talks anywhere and everywhere. This issue, keeping secrets out of TV listings, celebrating milestones out of order, and getting Shooty to the Oscars on time. Okay, timey-wimey. Oh, just imagine. Timey-wimey. It's getting very timey-wimey in Doctor Who office. Well, one of the big problems this production has, and this is, I believe, Dan's point, and I do very much agree with him on this, right? I really do. That a big problem it has is that the gestation time between writing and broadcast, right? Yasmin Finney was fine in 2020, I think. Was it 2021 when she was announced? It was like, okay, what the hell, right? And then by the time it came on, we had the complete implosion, right? The complete and total implosion of woke economics, right? With Bud Light and Target and basically anything that was aggressively woke started to get boycotted by people who weren't interested in it. Right, they became a major economic force. Right, which is like, I think, really hit this Doctor Who. Right, hit his era of Doctor Who. He thought the Yasmin Finney trans bullshit was going to go down like a I'm trying to think of the right analogy. Go down very well. Right, go down like Shooty Gatway in an interview. Right, go down that well. Right. I don't think he realized it was going to. Everything has gone a lot worse than he thought it would. Right, everything. Yeah, he thought the Davros sketch was going to be. They'll go, oh, how marvelous! Oh, at last, how progressive! Yeah, no, we thought it was shit. Literally, we all thought it was shit, mate. Right? Timey-wimey. It's all getting very timey-wimey. I think you're getting a bit shit scared, mate. In the Doctor Who office, shooting season 2 before we've transmitted season 1. It's a big mistake. It's complicated enough, but timescales are sliding and overlapping all over the place. The other day, Liv, you met Liv in Doctor Who magazine 599, and you know why I don't remember? Because it didn't fucking matter. That's why. Was asking me about billings. Oh God, now you're getting me bored already. Whether you want to say billings as in not paying for things, as in letting spoilers. Right, saying we have this coming up or that coming up. Billings, fine. Whether we wanted something kept secret in a certain episode, I said that's fine. That's all revealed in the episode before. But she pointed out that billings for that later episode became available before the previous episode is transmitted. Oh my head, the time storm. Good call, Liv. Well, I'm glad you have somebody competent doing their job. Okay, but yeah, look, I'm having the same problem here. Trying to scale so apparently it is 6:50 in the UK, not 8:50 as I thought it was. Okay. At the same time, you might have noticed Scott Hancock's production diary disappeared from these pages. It was a very boring feature. Hate to tell you, nothing really happened in that feature. It really genuinely was dull. That's because Scott has moved onwards and upwards at Bad Wolf. Congratulations, Scott. You can welcome our new script team, David and his assistants, on the page of the Gallifreyan Guardian this month. Except, look, it's timey-wimey again. This information is old already, so I looked up my very first email from David, and it's dated May 30th, 2023. Okay. You see the show. Come back. May 30th, 2020. You see, the show is so out of sync with perception of it, even within a magazine as close tied to production as DWM. Yeah, again, I don't think this is good. Oh, look at this. The shittest TARDIS set ever. And the most expensive. Oh, God. Good luck, everyone. If I may quote in, good luck, everyone. It is the shittest TARDIS set ever. So disappointing. Though Scott isn't entirely absent on season 2, he stayed on the script edit the first drafts of episode 4 because, well, Tommy, right, you'll see, whatever. So what's he doing now, I wonder? I often think, he sounds like he's still working at Bad Wolf. I often think the timey wimeliness was most evident in the past couple of years was the specials. The Power of the Doctor celebrated the 100th birthday. Celebrated television's 100th birthday within a story featuring classic Doctors and companions. Was it 100? Not television's, BBC's birth, wasn't it? Well, the episode celebrating the 6th anniversary featured John Logie Baird. Wrong way around, surely. Well, yes. What are the chances of that happening? At the same time, ever since I came back to the job, people have been asking me if I'm going to do anything for the 2020 to celebrate the fact that 20 years of New Who. But to be honest, no, sorry, there's not 20 years of New Who. At best, you could say it went till when was Jodah's last episode? Is that 2022? Oh, May. Yeah, must have been 2022. All right, so it went from 2005 to it went 18 years. This is a new production, all right? And honestly, it's really 2005 to 20. He had 12 years, right? Yeah, 12 years. I don't think that's wise. Even on Time Travel Show, I don't think it looks good to have 100th, then a 60th, and a 20th, let alone the fact that it'll be Series 2 or Series 15 within a 20-year span. Mind-boggling. Let's just move forward. Well, that's the first smart thing you said. Can you just move forward away from your rainbow weird gay shit, right? I don't want to call gay people rainbow weird. It's gay people are normal. Not me. The shit that Russell Davies did is not, right? Is not. But forward isn't easy when the production team is being pulled hither and thither. Here we are now, snouts deep into season 2. Today, March the 8th, 2024, we're shooting a scene that will live forever in Doctor Who history. No, it won't. And for once, there's no exaggeration. Yes, it is. Because nothing you do will live forever in Doctor Who history. Because I think, especially when you get to season 2, there'll be so many people not interested and out. Right? There'll be so many people say, yeah, I'm done with this. You're not going to get a look in, right? It seems to me they're very much going after the TikTok generation. Good luck for that, right? Good luck with that. You're not going to get anyone, mate. You're not going to get anyone. For example, coming up to the shooting the living Doctor Who history. I mean, for bloody ever. Remember this date and not in agreement next year. Look, mate, you told us that Millie Gibson was the greatest thing ever. Oh, she's marvelous. You're fired. Okay. All right, it doesn't hold together, is what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't hold together. You sound like you're full of shit, mate. So anything you say now, I'm like, yeah, whatever, right? Especially when you say, oh, it's going to be the best this time. Yeah, if I could, look, it's more like this. You know, that's the wrong one. The shooty. Oh, here it is.
Oh, this is so good.
It was so good. Why are you dropping another one straight away? It was so good. Why did it get ratioed? Right? Peter Rich says that Russell is showing his real colours now, pushing the BBC under the bus for Disney. Well, they are, you know, his constituency, his lumsman.
This is so good.
No, it wasn't, mate. We saw it. It wasn't. You're full of shit. Yeah, stop telling me it's so good, right? It's time to shit or get off the pot, right? I mean, that's really where you are. You can't keep telling us it's so good. At least Chris Chibnall didn't fucking do that. At least Chris Chibnall just like hid for a few years. Or else they would have, oh, it's just imagine. Oh, how marvelous. No, it's not. It's shit. Right? And this is from somebody who actually quite liked Church on Ruby Road. And I really did. I really did quite like it. Who knows? Look, Dan is good for me because he's much more white-pilled than I am, if that's the right word. Not blue-pilled, I think, than me. Because he's like the trailer really kind of like tingled his senses. For me, didn't do much at all. Like the first trailer, the 6th anniversary trailer was actually exciting, right? Because it felt like it was telling you a story and a promise of quality, right? You didn't get that at all from this new trailer. Where are we up to? But still demands are still huge. For example, coming up soon, days after Doctor Who magazine was published, you'll have all season 1 episodes revealed in a lovely presentation. Meanwhile, yesterday we saw and watched the final mix of episode 6. I've mentioned this before, but episode 6 has slightly less special effects than other episodes, only slightly. Who cares? Genuinely, who cares? It shouldn't matter, right? It really shouldn't matter. It's like less effects. Only it's like it's still wild. So again, that you're rating the quality of the episodes on the number of special effects is a very bad sign, right? It's a very bad sign. So as a result, we've had to watch it less often. Fewer shots to check, fewer sign-offs needed. So we hadn't seen it for months, but it's very timey-wimey. The effect on the of that delay was wonderful. Faithful reader, and we loved it. We hooted and we whooped. I don't give a fuck about you hooting and you fucking whooping. So far, you haven't delivered, other than hooting and fucking whooping. What a great story! One of the best monsters ever. Live vivisection. Russell, mate. Yeah, it's like the time they kept telling us they killed the number 2 guy in Al Qaeda. 50th time in, it wasn't that impressive. But the time for us sweeps around us. One date stands out, hurtling towards us at the light of smoke and colours. May the 11th, the day Doctor Who gets bent over by Disney and fucked in the arse. All right, the new season, Doctor Who and Ruby, Shooty and Millie, unleashed across time and space. Well, one of them for 8 episodes, then she's fired. The ultimate unboxing, except hold on, even that event is merrily wiming away. What? Already 8 weeks are being concentrated into 7. Terrible idea. I think the weekly rollout is far stronger. If you have a quality product, right? If you have something like three body product, which I think has reasonable quality, right? I think that if there's no beginning, middle, and end, then drop it all in one go. But there's just no time to build up excitement. The way they're doing it is just too dumb. Again, if they dropped it on Saturday at 2 p.m. New York time, you would get watch parties in New York, right? And you have watch parties everywhere, and the fans would act as sheepdogs to the normies and say, "Yeah, come and check this out, so much fun." But Disney's being run by morons, right? Absolute blithering bloody morons. I think that's the only fair way of describing. Well, let's talk about that next month when DWM stands on the precipice of transmission with so much fun to come. I'd rather have quality over fun, because as the launch gets closer, Doctor Who offers his juggling time zones. Quite literally, if you could have seen the schedule that got Shooty to Los Angeles for the Oscars, scream! Fucking hated it. I'm sick of Shooty being a media fucking darling, right? I am. Right? Tom Baker was less of a media darling when he was a media fucking darling. Right? I don't mind Tom Baker got drunk out of his mind often and fell out, second floor windows in Soho, in drinking clubs, right? He turned up and did his job and made the job the center. What are we up to? You have to award the Turner Prize for works of art. A beautiful cat's cradle of double banking, flight operations, extended delay. Get on a fucking plane. If it's so important, fly private, you cunt. Get on a plane and go there and come back. If it's not that important, don't. And now you've got a launch coming on both sides of the Atlantic simultaneously with the shoot for season 2 making its demands. We can still do it. Is Millie Gibson going to be around to help the promotion, you think? You think? I don't think so. Man. The more I think about that, the more I think she got thrown under the bus. This is why we write plans and shoot so far in advance. We've been discussing this since 2001. So we can be, okay, I'll say it, we can be time lost. No, the trouble is you've been doing this since 2001. Now 3 years later, it's stale as anything. It really is. And Russell, you are stale, right? The bollocks we've had out of you, you are stale, right? And boy, did we give you every freaking chance. We really did. We gave you every freaking chance. And it was just too much woke bollocks, I'm afraid, right? Davros was enough for most people. So we can be time lost. Timing wiming is under our control. Nothing's under your control. And I promise you, it's going to be spectacular. Mind you, the funny thing is, we still end up clock watching, even though it's us making the show, because we wait, because the wait is agony. We can't wait for you to see the stuff. Darling, you want to wait, right? You want to wait. Because I remember Chris Chibnall being that excited. I remember him being like, oh, I can't wait. Really, Chris? Don't feel that way anymore, do you? No, I don't. And I promise you it's going to be spectacular. Fuck off. Almost there. One more Doctor Who magazine before transmission. Hold tight. TikTok, which is where you want people to watch it. Right? And again, like the firing Millie Gibson. Fucking hell. That's just... when's the next one coming out? It's April 25th. Fine. Which is what? 2 weeks before transmission. So we get 16 plus page supplement and art cards. New season preview, Doctor Who meets the Fab Four. Fine. Let's see their take on the trailer. Oh, there you go, come back. Fuck off. Toxic fandom. Hi, we're toxic and we're fandom. That's cool, got everyone. Into the unknown. Well, I think we know very well that this is going to crash and burn. With the new trailer being readied as we went to press, we thought we'd freeze frame our way through the teaser that debuted last December. We're certain we've unscrambled what it all means. Abbey Road Studios, having turned up with a few improvised verses from the Goblin song, the 15th Doctor spends a whole episode sitting in as a guest vocalist for with the Beatles, with his favorite Beatles. Among the tracks they recorded, here comes the... Oh, fuck off. I can't get through that. I'm sorry. I see, that's what I mean. I can't get through this bullshit. Unfucking readable. Right? It's unreadable. Yeah, so we've got a new trailer coming tomorrow. On Sunday, new trailer. I guess we'll do a trailer reaction then. But dude, this isn't selling it as Doctor Who. This is a very camp gay guy in a shitty TARDIS. Right? This is not selling it as Doctor Who. I'm sorry. I wish it was. I wish it was, but it's not. Sometimes it's nice to have a straight to the point, matter of fact updates like the ones we got got this afternoon for showrun Rusty Davis and stars Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson's first, blah, blah, blah. The Sunday, March 31st, you might want to keep an eye on social media because we're not only getting a brand new trailer, but we're also learning the title of the 8 episodes. Okay. Who cares? We've got upcoming season runs, the Groovy, the Regency. Yeah, I know. And you've also got Super Gay Ncuti being super gay. Right? Oh, this is so good. What's this? Oh, fuck. We are. It's just not very good, mate. Right? It's not very... Are you grinning and winking and mugging to camera? weirdly enough, isn't doing the trick for most people. How did Christian will get a job? Okay, Christian will job. Doctor Who produce Netflix, Chibnall. Netflix is doubling Agatha Christie's $7. Why? Man, Netflix has more money than sense. He's landed his new gig after launching a stage play, his third, and sold his novel. I can't believe he got work again. Well, okay. Right. What else would it Agatha Christie series, The $7 Murder for Netflix. The series will be written by Chibnall, executive produced by The Crown, executive producer Suzanne Mackey of Orchard Films, and Chris Sussman, Good Omens. Chris, I don't give a shit. For all those waiting, we're Brady rested here. What Chibnall will be doing after he ended this in Doctor Who. Wait, no more. He ended it 3 years ago. Like, literally 3 years ago. Agatha Christie is hardly a far cry from Doctor Who. Well, his Doctor Who was a far cry from Doctor Who. Chibnall will be perfectly at home adapting a story that is already complete since it has been since he has always been an adept screenwriter. No, he hasn't. Have you ever read his stuff? He's been a shit screenwriter. Even if he likes colouring inside the lines a bit too much for some people's taste. It's not colouring inside the lines. He's just not very good at this job. I don't like how else can we say this to you? She's not very good at this job, right? Bottom line. So fine. I mean, I guess this is where you go to get things made nowadays, right? You got to go to Netflix because they're basically the only ones left now, right? I mean, Disney Plus just puts out limited numbers of like really shit things that nobody watches, and they're going to be putting out a lot less soon, much like the BBC. They're going to see their drama quotient drop 13%. I reckon the BBC seeing a drama quotient drop 13%. I think Disney's new drama is going to drop higher than that, right? To a higher number than that. I don't know what to tell you, right? I don't know what to tell you. It just that they had to put out another trailer straight away. To me, sounds like the first trailer fucked up. To me, sounds like the first trailer was counterproductive. Much like everything in its production is, right? It's counterproductive. God help us. And it's not going down well as well either, right? It's not going down particularly well. Look at this. 6 reasons why we're a bit worried about Doctor Who season 14 or season 1. Doctor Who's going to season 14 will be airing on May 24, but upon reflection, there's some worries about the new episodes. What are you worried about, darling? What's bothering you? Fine. Doctor Who season 14 release plan hurts the domestic audience. Well, yes. Okay, she must be English. Because Americans they're like, well, what's the problem? Blimey. Rebecca, darling, maybe you want to get some. She got 200 articles. Rebecca focuses on a range of topics, including LGBTQ plus stories. Really? Reality, sci-fi, drama, and comedy shows. That's everything. Rebecca covers everything, right? But Rebecca, not that confident, right? Not that confident about the upcoming season. Fine. So she doesn't like the rollout. Yes. And the rollout is massively counterproductive. It destroys it and making it. You could have made it a event television, right? You could have made it like literally an event TV show, and you just screwed it up, right? You just like totally screwed it up. I'm going to close this. Doink. Fine. So it will be. It'll stream on Disney Plus worldwide, 10th of March, and yeah, okay, they're talking about that. Doctor Who has been a staple of British culture since the first broadcast of 63. And again, not understanding that says you don't understand the quintessential Britishness of Doctor Who, right? The quirkiness of it, right? That you're trying to hammer it to fit into this very boring Disney hole is going to kill the show, right? Here's Disney's problem. Disney can't help putting their own ideology on everything, right? They bought Star Wars and Marvel because they wanted male brands, and then they turned them into female brands, and they tanked. So instead of turning a female brand, they've turned Doctor Who into a gay brand instead. Naturally, it makes sense the UK would expect to see a Time Lord's latest adventure before the rest of the world, or simultaneously, but like timed around them. By Generation has rewritten Doctor Who's past and future. Yes, it was a shit idea that made no sense, right? And the bottom line is this, and I thought this about this listening to Ian Levine's excellent interview on Type 40. I mean, man, I can't wait to have Dan back on again to talk about that. It is that was one of the most interesting things I've seen in a long time, right? It really made me appreciate Ian Levine a lot more. Humanized a lot. But he was talking about making changes to the animations, the Lost Story animations, and he talked about the macro terror, and he said, look, the macro terror actually they made the change it, they made the macro much bigger, and it actually worked, right? It working is it's not tangible, so you can't. It's very hard to talk about, but it working is the most important thing. The Web of not the Web of Fear, the Abominable Snowman, right? That was awful, and all that the woke changes they made to that. It's if it's any good or not. Classic example is always been Deadly Assassin, Robert Holmes' reinvention of Gallifrey, which pissed everybody off at the time, right? So 6th versus the Giggle introduced Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor, as well as the concept of bi-generation. What a shit idea. This process, which involved David Tennant's Doctor splitting, and why? Splitting off a new body while still retaining his own, changed Doctor Who massively, and the Doctor Regeneration always kept audience on the edge of their seats. There's an interesting way for the show to celebrate a new beginning. Not really, with the return of Rusty Davies as showrunner. However, Doctor Who's bi-generation raised a lot of questions that Davis will hopefully... He won't in the upcoming season. He won't answer it. They're never going to reference it again. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Davis explained that bi-generation had applied to every incarnation of Doctor, implying each Doctor, original Doctor, was still flying around at the time. That's basically so they can bring them back with and not worry about them looking older, right? It tells the TARDIS tied into that. Doctor Who season 14 has a lot of mysteries to solve. Well, it has a lot more, and that's in half the time now. They fired their one of their stars. That's true. Like any new installment of Doctor Who, there are plenty of mysteries that need to be solved in season 14. Ncuti Gatwa's first episode, Church and Ruby, has set up some interesting storylines. Yes, I agree with you, right? Ruby's parentage, true identity, Mrs. Flood. Before the Giggle, Doctor Who even set up mysteries that were expected to be resolved at some point during the 6th anniversary specials. But yeah, talking about the was it Miriam Angulis talking about the boss, or is Neil Patrick Harris' Toymaker was very good. That it was blink and you miss it. You know, should have been all three episodes, right? It should have been a mini season, and you could have kept the stories roughly the same, but no. However, this is a concern that some of these mysteries won't get a satisfying resolution. They won't, because there are too many of them, and you're changing your one of your main characters after 8 episodes, 7 weeks, I should say. During his original tenure as showrunner, Davis was reliable in wrapping up character stories well, though there were some gaps. For example, Jenny, Georgia Tennant, never got an on-screen explanation about her fate after the Doctor's daughter. Well, the reason that happened was because Moffat asked to write her back. He was planning on using her. And instead, the Doctor Who fans learn about what happened in what happened through the comic miniseries, The Lost Dimension. That's not canon. While these mysteries might take more than one season to be answered, let's hope the conclusions are worth the wait. I don't think they will. Ruby Sunday won't be a long-term companion. She was supposed to be, right? And absolutely the strongest part of this production, right? Speaking of somebody who's watched every second of it, she is the strong, and it's not just because she's fucking gorgeous, right? She is the strongest part of this production. She's the most relatable. She's a character who you are emotionally sympathetic for, and she has fantastic tits. I mean, really, what else is there to say, ladies and gentlemen? I think that's a winning argument in of itself. All the Southern cast haven't been unusual in Rusty Davies' history in Doctor Who. It was still a shock when it was announced that Millie Gibson would only be a full-time companion in season 14. Yeah, and again, they're giving her an episode in season 15 or season 2 to wrap up the storylines. Despite online rumors circulating, it's unknown why Billy Gibson will not. She was fired, you moron! Ooh, why is she not continuing? I don't. Yeah, she didn't seem that happy about it. However, it's been confirmed that the actress Vashta Varada Sithu will be portraying Doctor's newest companion. It just doesn't do it for me. Only one reason Ruby Sunday Doctor, one season of Ruby Sunday Doctor Who. There's a lot of pressure to have her be an impactful character. She already is, right? And a fitting ending. Doctor Who it's not going to work, right? I already know the way they're going to put it together. It's just going to be clunky and fail. Although they did return to the show later on, for character development. It's a bad idea. Can the 14th Doctor really not return? I think he's supposed to be returning in season 2 finale. That was the rumor. It's a terrible idea, right? It's a terrible idea. Firstly, David Tennant had lost it, right? He wasn't the same person anymore. Again, all this like relentless woke bullshit saying, "Oh, children, it's kind to you to let you cut your bollocks off. We got to let you cut your bollocks off, children. We don't want to be mean to you." Okay. 14 retired and settled on Earth. What a stupid ending that was. So in interviews, he said he's not going back. You don't trust the word. 15th Doctor could face issues in the past. Yeah, I guess. But it's the Doctor. He should be able to get around it. I mean, Martha worked it out. It's not very good, is it? It's not very good, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be fair. It's just not very good. Fine, let's have a look at the other news. Again, I haven't seen the news yet. I've literally just, before I did the stream, came out of Sabbath, which means last line. I saw this before Sabbath started. Louis Gossett Jr. died at 87. That's sad. I like Louis Gossett Jr. Stephen King Bass, Warner Brothers for Sitting on Salem Lot reboot. For Sitting on Salem going to Max. Oh, that's interesting. Batman the animated series creator Bruce Timm didn't care for the way Morbius was handled in Fox's Spider-Man cartoon, and the reasons. Okay, I don't really care. Dilbert creator Scott Adams dismantled DI ideology. Slams Democrat for using victimization as a tool for success. Oh, wow, we might have to look at that. Jake Gyllenhaal open to playing Batman decades after losing the role of Christian Bale. He would actually be, again, my favorite is Ben Affleck, right? He would actually might be quite good. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. That's not a terrible idea. Band, I don't care. More thing, I don't care. Japanese Communist Party seeking to file formal United Nations complaint regarding manga featuring sexy female characters. Okay. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil, I don't care. Marvel star Anthony Mackie bizarrely claims entity is limited by Comic Book Canada. Yeah, I saw this on Friday. Okay, who cares? Who cares better than that? Let's have a look at Bleeding Fool. Do I need to reload this page? Let me see if this is up to date. Animated adaptation of Among Us video game rounds out cast. Doesn't really do that. I've never heard of it. Paramount series Starfleet again gearing up for filming. No! Fuck no! Oh God! Can I just read one news story that doesn't make me beg for the apocalypse to come? Right? What the hell? Why? Gearing up for filming. If cameras roll on this shit, I'll be amazed. But I won't be, because why not? Because nothing matters. So Starfleet Academy, this is the Tilly show, right? They should make it a cooking show. So now we're learning that more content is on its way, most notably from the form of the young adult series titled Starfleet Academy. Set in Star Trek Academy, apart from its predecessors, is that it makes the 32nd century, meaning it shouldn't have to worry about continuity much. No, it doesn't worry about continuity. It's just going to be shit, right? Now the idea of Starfleet Academy production kicks off, Variety reports that Starfleet Academy will begin this summer with this. Okay, I'm just hoping for the apocalypse. Well, when does Star Trek Discovery, when's that come out? It is April. Fuck no, only 4 days. I was hoping for the apocalypse first, and there's like, the end of Ramadan. There's that double eclipse going on. But that's like on the 9th, so maybe we'll only see two episodes is too many. Oh, God help us. God help us. Not good news. Where was that to? You're like... and then, but before that, we got Section 31 has wrap filming, sadly. Fine. This is Cosmic Book News. Oh, yeah, the Stars of Thunderbolt shows behind-the-scenes footage. What was it? Godzilla, Kong. I feel bad for Florence Pugh. I know nothing about her, right? But she is the it girl nowadays, and she just isn't good enough. She's not sexy enough. I'm sorry, darling, you're not sexy enough, right? Can I get the video address? A second. Can I download this video? Okay, let's see if I can download this video. And again, look, she seems like a perfectly, nice person, but like wrong time, wrong place, darling. Right? Wrong time, wrong place. Right here. So let's see if I can download this. Yeah, Thunderbolts. I think I put on the thumbnail. Feels like having sex with the with the MCU calls. Right? Because it really does feel like that. Here it comes. Share screen. Oh, hasn't downloaded yet. Why is it taking so long to download? This is 33 meg, and it's taking 31. It's got 30 seconds to go. Really? That's just bizarre, right? It's bizarre. 20 seconds. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, like Florence Pugh, she is just not hot, right? I am sorry, Florence. You're not purely judged on your physical appearance, obviously, but it's not nothing, right? This is an important thing for a mainstream Hollywood actress to be super duper hot, right? It just is. Video files downloaded. Yes, download it.
Hey guys, how you doing? I know that I've kind of dropped off for a little bit, but that's partly because I was whisked off to Atlanta to go and shoot a movie that I'm not really allowed to talk much about, but I can show you some things.
So again, the Thunderbolts movie is actually kind of like the most interesting thing the MCU has done in years and years, right?
Sneakily.
Again, I just wish she was hotter.
As long as you don't tell anyone. I can show you this. I can show you our fantastic AD team.
You see, if Scarlett Johansson was doing this, I'll be much more engaged.
I can show you her. We met on Black Widow. This is Chelsea.
Yeah, don't mention Black Widow. That was shit, darling.
I can show you a sneak peek of some of the
I can tell you, this is the sexiest I've ever seen her look.
sets. We're in the studio right now. We're in the studio that we're shooting in on this movie that I can't tell you much about.
It's Thunderbolts. We all know, darling.
But look at that.
Unless it's the porn version.
That's on a bell. That means they're shooting. I'll be quiet now. And then I can show you that.
But like, it's so weird. There's no excitement for anything in the MCU at all, is there?
What's that? What's gonna be in there? Oh, and I can show you Jake.
Okay, here's the thing. Nobody gives a shit, darling. That's the thing. Literally no one gives a shit.
Jake.
Is that Jake Gyllenhaal? Which Jake is that?
This is Jake, our director.
Oh, the director.
Everybody.
What are we allowed to say we're doing?
I don't think you're even allowed to be doing this, most likely.
I know. Someone's going to come on.
Okay, stop. It's going out on your official Instagram. We all know it's staged, darling.
Rugby tackle me. Yes. But what are we?
We're just making a little movie.
Darling, it will. If this isn't 2013, the time is over. We're not excited.
How you doing?
We're good. Yeah.
Can I show some of this?
You're not allowed to show anything.
That's enough. That's it. That's it. That's all you're allowed to see. I can show you a bit of that. No, I can't. I can't show you that. I can show you these guys. And we can say we're having an amazing time and I can't wait you to see what we've made.
Darling, no one's going to watch it, honey. No one's watching that. Right? I'm sorry. I wish we were doing better, right? But no one is watching that. So I think I'm going to wrap up. I'm a bit cream crack. And I'll be back tomorrow for the... we'll do a trailer reaction. Let's look at the things I didn't get to today. Right? Didn't get to. We got to that. Let's have a look. Let's see. I didn't even look up, see what's on Screen Rant, right? That's always a source of fun and hilarity. Doctor Who. Controversial, yeah. So somehow Christian got a job. It doesn't make any sense. Freeman Adrian simply played 3 characters in Doctor Who, not 2. Who's the third one? Oh, yeah, I'm saying this is an in-depth thing. So you had Martha Jones and her cousin. But who's the third one? Played a Time Lord guard prior to... Okay, fine. Martha Jones, characters explained. So we had... Became a companion after a season 2 debut. But who are the characters? When Martha was kidnapped by some... Okay, it was a clone Martha. Fuck off. Why waste my time with that? Geordie Whittaker reveals the reaction to the 60... Okay, we're going to do that tomorrow. Regeneration to... Oh, Ecky Thump, right? Night Doctor gets a adorable chibi Doctor Who drawing from Star Wars... Doctor Who Companion surprising show comparison teases completely different season 14. I think it's going to be a musical, right? I think it's going to be a musical. 5. We will get to all this tomorrow night. We'll get to all this tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to wrap up. I say I'm a somewhat cream crab. Thank you for joining me tonight. I do apologize, right? I do apologize for getting the times wrong. I hope tomorrow I'll be able to wear. It will be 5 o'clock UK time. What will it be over here? I think it'll be 7, right? Because your clock's in England, Thames, tomorrow. Where is she from? That's Florence Pugh from. She took over as Black Widow from Scarlett Johansson, and she was in Oppenheimer. And look, basically, she is the it girl, and she's just not very hot. She's just not very sexy. What do you want me to tell you, ladies and gentlemen? Fine. With that, I'm going to wrap up. I am as a cream cracker. I'll see you tomorrow for more fun, more fun and frivolity. Frivolity? Is that a word? Frivolity. If it is a word, that's what we're going to be having, ladies and gentlemen. Fun and frivolity. Have yourselves a good evening. Hit the end broadcast button. Hit it again. Say